given the topic, the title today, of a conservative case for immigration reform. And that may strike some of you as an interesting topic and maybe even a bit of an oxymoron. But we have been hearing a lot from conservatives and from Republicans in particular about the need to take on the issue of immigration reform. Most of that discussion, by the way, has come in the wake of the presidential election in November. And I think it's a pretty fair suspicion that that discussion is being motivated by pragmatic concerns and by political concerns. If you look at what happened in the election, the Hispanic population did not vote in great numbers for the Republican nominee for president. And the Hispanic population has become a much more important and decisive factor in the general election. In 2012, 10% of the electorate was comprised of Hispanic voters. That's up, by the way, from 2008 when it was 9% and from 2004 when the percentage of Hispanics in the electorate was only 8%. And by the way, it's not, as anybody who knows anything about the Hispanic population realizes, this is not an evenly distributed population. There are Hispanics are more concentrated in the Southwest and in certain states than they are generally spread throughout the country, although even this is changing, and Hispanics that almost exclusively were present in the American Southwest 3 decades ago are in fact spreading out, and there are now Hispanic populations in places that would have at that time been considered unlikely. But if you look at the proportion of the electorate that was made up of Hispanic voters in the last election, in Colorado, 14% of the electorate was Hispanic. In Florida, 17% was, and in Nevada, 18% were Hispanics. You might also know, if you follow politics, that the 3 states that I just mentioned all went for President Obama, even though they have traditionally been certainly as likely, in most cases, more likely to go for the Republican nominee. Now, having talked about a little bit about the demographics of the Hispanic population, I think one of the things that many people don't realize is that the Hispanic population will continue to grow and be a larger and larger factor in the United States and in the electorate, even if all immigration, legal and illegal, were to stop today. 22% of all children in the United States today under the age of 18